The Vigilant Rich Man. James, the eldest, in a precious exposition, spoke about the longing for wealth, so common among mortals. When the engaging discussion at home came to an end, Jesus smiled and commented, "A man who feared God and was devoted to righteousness read many pieces of advice regarding prudence and resolved to work diligently so he could amass a fortune to benefit his family. After heartfelt prayers, he threw himself into various ventures, anxious to achieve his goals. For 20 consecutive years, he saved coin by coin, building a fortune worth several million. When he finally paused to reflect on his accomplishments, he realized, disappointed, that every aspect of his life had changed without him even noticing. The home, once simple and joyful, had taken on a gloomy air. His wife had become a slave to countless duties meant only to kill time. His children whispered among themselves, plotting over the inheritance they'd receive upon his death. Faithful friends had drifted away. Neighbors, believing him to be utterly happy, surrounded him with envy and sarcasm. The authorities in his town forced him into artificial postures, at odds with the sincerity of his heart. Merchants came to him constantly, offering shady or absurd business deals. Servants flattered him with obvious insincerity when near him, only to curse his name behind half-closed doors. Due to so much disorder, he was forced to turn his house into a fortress, always on guard against everything and everyone. He now had plenty of time to dwell on his bodily ailments, and hardly a day went by without a stomach irritation or a headache. In just a few weeks of meticulous observation, he concluded that the fortune, locked away in his safe, was the source of endless disappointment and regret. One night, unable to bear the obsessive worries of his new condition, he prayed in tears, begging for the Lord's guidance. After his heartfelt plea, an angel appeared to him on the fading screen of his dream and said with compassion, "All wealth that flows like the clear waters of a spring is a living blessing, but any fortune left idle becomes a poisonous well of stagnant waters. Why did you demand a river when a simple cup of water would quench your thirst? What made you keep such overflowing barns around you when just a handful of wheat would suffice for your meal? What led you to hoard hundreds of hides around your home when just a few scraps of wool are enough to warm your body on its journey to the grave? Return and transform your chest of coins into a miraculous vault of salvation. Spread the joy of work, create schools to sow the seeds of spiritual light, and bring happiness to many. Earthly wealth only has value through the good it can do." In unspeakable awe, the gold hunter awoke transformed. From the following day onward, he began to release his vast reserves so that all his neighbors could share with him the blessings of work and goodwill. At the first signs of this transformation, his wife looked at him with strangeness and revolt. His children hated him, and even those he helped thought he had gone mad. Yet strengthened and joyful, the vigilant millionaire once again had a home that felt like a sacred sanctuary, and the spirits of quiet joy came to dwell in his heart. When the master finished speaking, James, who had led the evening's discussion, exclaimed with enthusiasm, "Lord, what a precious and sublime lesson!" Jesus smiled and replied, "Yes, but only for those who have ears to hear and eyes to see."